in the middle of the street, pulled out his emergency microphone from his backpack to join us. Guillem, thanks so much. Where are you, by the way?
I lost you for the last few seconds, but I guess you want to hear some more about Xavi being sacked. This has happened just a few minutes ago. There was a meeting about, 2.5 hours ago. The president of Barcelona went to the offices. After that, it was Deco and two or more directors with only one intention. The noise had been too strong for Barcelona to keep and lead the intention, which was always to sack Xavi. The leaks from the club and, of course, the knowledge that Hansi Flick had reached an agreement with Barcelona meant that they couldn't leave it for next week. So after those first couple of hours, they called Xavi to come to the offices just to announce to him that he will be sacked. He will be present at the weekend. He will take charge of the team in his last game of the season. And that's it. There has to be, of course, some kind of legal agreement for that to finish because he's got one more year left in his contract. But as I said all along this week, from the moment that Xavi knows that he gets sacked, Hansi Flick will be confirmed as the new manager of Barcelona in the next day or two. Everything has been agreed. I think Barcelona has played the whole thing very cleverly by announcing that there was a meeting with Hansi Flick in London a couple of days ago. That's not true. In fact, the agreement with Hansi Flick has taken place some time ago, and the contact with Hansi Flick, the conversations with him, has been taking place for at least 2 months. So that, I bet in your head is like, but why then did they just confirm that Xavi was staying? I mean, why didn't just let him go? This is Fútbol Club Barcelona for you.
Guillem, obviously it's very confusing, and understanding the political structure around Barcelona is also very confusing. Understanding how the president of Barcelona likes to function and likes to keep things out of the public eye. Is it my understanding that they lost faith in him right around the time that he decided he didn't want to stay and they thought maybe he wasn't loyal to the project? Or was it how honest he was with the financial situation in public, which I know is a no-no when it comes to Barcelona?
To be honest, remember the beginning of the story of Xavi Hernandez at Fútbol Club Barcelona. Laporta decides to name him as the manager when actually in the previous elections, Xavi was part of another candidacy of Victor Font, who became second in the election. But what John Laporta did, some say cleverly, is to use a legend of the club to have as a shield and also give him the opportunity to shine as a manager. But Laporta, from the beginning, in the elections, he said himself, Xavi should benefit from a couple of years in the B side. So doubts were in the head of the president, but not just the president. Having won the league, not this season, obviously the season before, that killed some of the doubts. But this season, the team did not improve. They haven't won anything. They were out of the Super Cup, out of the Cup in very, very earlier on. And in the league, again, it looked for 3 months or so that they were not going to win it. So the doubts entered the board, and the doubts grew again in the head of the president and in Deco as well, the director of football. So they started thinking of other possibilities. From the moment Xavi said, I'm leaving, they rushed to talk to some of these people. They had the dream of convincing Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique thought, yeah, if you can get me out of here. That was not possible because it implied a lot of money. Pep Guardiola, no, he's still at City. Mikel Arteta, staying. And then others appeared. And from the moment that Laporta said, I like somebody German, not just because they're German, but because of that cool football culture that has developed from the DNA of Barcelona. The Tuchels, the Nagelsmanns, the Hansi Flick. And conversations with Hansi Flick started at least 2 months ago. This is at the time when Xavi said, I'm leaving. From the moment Xavi said, I'm coming back, there's a bit of a mystery. Why actually not say, sorry, you said you're leaving, that's it, but embracing his return in a press conference that was very emotional where Laporta almost cried? Well, probably was to keep stability until everything was clear in the head of Deco and in the head of Laporta. And that, in my eyes, has been clear for a while, that they wanted another impulse, another push, and that they didn't fully choose Xavi Hernandez.
Guillem, my friend, after you answer this question, you got to tell us about the backdrop where you are because it looks absolutely sensational. I want to teleport and go to where you are, but Hansi Flick.
That's Stamford, Connecticut.
Hansi Flick is obviously a respected manager and did incredible things with Bayern Munich, but not your typical Barcelona manager in terms of one that can speak Spanish, one that has either come from Barcelona or has come from the Netherlands. What do you think he's going to bring to this Barcelona side? How will he improve on Xavi's project?
Well, Charlie, you say it's not typical of Barcelona, but if you look back in history, Rinus Michel didn't speak Spanish. Bobby Robson didn't speak Spanish. Louis van Gaal hardly spoke Spanish. And I'm just saying that it just came to my head as you were talking, that it is something that Barcelona have done in the past, getting somebody outside from their world to actually bring something new. But actually, I had the opportunity to speak at length with Hansi Flick 2 months ago. And what I got is somebody that you already saw when he was at Bayern Munich. He comes from the DNA of Barcelona. He admires Pep Guardiola and that brand of football, of pressure high, of controlling, of wide players, just waiting for the ball, of 1v1s. A lot of things that are linked, very closely linked to Barcelona. And that's why he said no to Bayern Munich when they came back for him. And that's why he said no to Chelsea. His dream was to be at Barcelona, and Pini Zahavi, his agent, made a clear effort to actually get him the job, and succeeding at that as well. So there is a link that has to do with a successful era of Barcelona, and there is a link in the past with the fact that they're not scared of bringing people that perhaps may not speak Spanish. But he's been going on holidays to Fuerteventura in Spain, one of the islands, Spanish islands, for 25 years. So he speaks some Spanish, he speaks perfect English as well. And he has been working in the last 2 months at least on his Spanish as well. So you may get him to do the press conference in Spanish, even.
Ooh, okay. So where are you? Where are you right now, Guillem?
It's one of my best friends. Is his 50th anniversary, and I don't know if I can show you some of the beautiful countryside that we're surrounded by.
Wow.
And the house, of course, it's just a house that we've rented, and it should be a great night. I was going to be here with you earlier, but we got lost because this is in the middle of nowhere. But at least I managed to get on time to tell you a little bit of Xavi.
Guillem, do you need a personal assistant? Ridiculous.
Well, be my friend.
You going to take Alexis as your personal
With the microphone holder. Are we live here? Let me put down this daiquiri and put your mic together.
Good stuff, Guillem. Enjoy the 50th. Looks beautiful there. We'll see you soon.
See you soon. Bye, guys.